Hello, welcome back. This is the third part of our tutorial. In this tutorial, I would like to introduce to you in more detail the Group Leaders Manual. I'm not going to go through the detail of the content. I leave that up to you. I think there is enough information there for you to be well prepared and to be knowledgeable on the topic. So I'm not going to go through this in detail. I will, however, just show you in more detail what you find where so that you can orientate yourself and that you can find your way around. So I'm going to go back to screen share and we'll be together again in the Group Leaders Manual. So as you can see, each session has a cover page and the main topics of the day. And as you scroll down, or in your case, you have it printed out as you go to the next page, it shows you in detail what it is that you're meant to be doing. Each activity has a heading, then it has subheadings with this very specific content. I'd like you to go through the content way ahead of the session and just make notes about what it is you want to say at various points, what you think is the most important aspect of that activity, how you want to introduce the activity, how you want to debrief it. So to really think your way through each activity, so when it comes to you being in front of the group, you're well prepared and you know in detail what it is that you want to run. So you can see there's sub headings. And again, you don't have to make up anything. It's all there. Just trust in your manual. At the end of each section, there is a time frame that guides you as to how much time you should be spending on each activity. Now, every group is different, and if you have a larger membership, things take more time. So this is a guideline. This is a guideline that tells you if I do it within this time frame, I will get through all of the activities in the section. If you go over, don't worry about it. If you go under, you have a bit of time up your sleeve for later activities. It is quite finely tuned, the time frame, so don't be too generous with your with giving time, more time to the activities, because you will miss out on other activities. The tension for every group leader is always the content or what we're meant to be doing here and the time we have available. So you need to be wise about this. That's why I've said earlier that you need to have a session plan that guides you through the day, that tells you wherever you are, it tells you how much time you have and where you should be up to. So yes, just if you scroll through, if you look through, sometimes you find alternate activities. This is just so that you have a sense of possibility there. So if you have members that you think, well, this activity just isn't going to work with them, perhaps the second one will. I think as group leaders, we just need to have a variety up our sleeves so that we can adjust to the group as we run it. Again, at the end of each section, there is a resources line. It tells you what it is that you need for that section that was just described above. So in this case, you have 15 minutes, or depending on the number of members, 2 to 3 minutes each. Your resources are a whiteboard or butcher's paper so that you can capture some of what's been discussed. Again, lots of information for you. Read it a couple of times so that you familiarize yourself with everything that you need to be doing. Sometimes you need to have additional resources, like in this activity 5, your story, you need an A4 piece of paper. Again, it tells you that at the end the section so that you can invite your members to create their story in a pictorial way. Now, whenever I do a creative exercise, I make sure that people aren't intimidated by it. So I would say something like, this is just a way to kind of, just tell your story. You can use stick figures, you can use writing, you can use symbols, you can use colors, just whatever feels right to use for you. This is not a creativity contest, so whatever you put on paper is great. And for some people, that's going to work really well, and other people feel a bit more challenged by it. And that's just how it is with every exercise. If people don't want to participate in an exercise, I would want to know why, and I would want to see how I could get obstacles out of the way. But if they absolutely refuse to take part in it, that's fine also. We need to respect the autonomy of each client and accept that for some people, it's just not their thing. So again, the rest of the content is just spelled out here. So I don't know that I want to go into a lot more detail. Sometimes you find resources, sometimes you have links that you can go back to. Whatever handouts there are, you have them in your appendix. So you should have all of the handouts in your group leaders manual, and also the group members manual will have some of these handouts too. Now, again, this is why it's so important to prepare ahead of time. Here, you're being asked to cut out some photos to bring from magazines, to bring some faces that you can put out in the group so that they can identify who looks like they've got high or low self-esteem and why. So it's just a way to have discussions with your group members and to help them to get talking and to help them in an easy way to relate to you, the group leaders, as well as their fellow group members. So as you can see, going through the manual, again, it's all there. Trust your manual and just work your way through and keep your ears peeled for opportunities to use your counseling skills. Sometimes there might be a homework task. Again, traditionally, some people do their homework, some people don't, some people, think about the session between sessions, some people don't. I would just encourage people, but never shame people or embarrass them by asking intrusive questions. It's just, be warm and inviting and help people to find their way into the group. So just going a little further down, so you've got the handouts here. They're all as part of your pack. You've got some references there, and then you go on to session 2. And again, the same structure, the same makeup of it. So I think that's about all I'm going to say about the manual. I just wanted to orientate you to what's what and where do you find what, and just hope that you will find it a very useful manual. And the next and last tutorial will be about the group members manual. So I see you soon.